You were talking about when you before we started this podcast. You were off having supper, and you were telling me about shooting pens into.
No.
You don't even want to go into that.
Shooting.
Well, we don't have to go into that domain then.
Could talk about the consumer beacon if you want.
The what?
The consumer beacon.
The consumer
beacon.
Consumer beacon.
Yeah. So
Like this is a Mitch Altman. This is a Mitch Altman TV beacon.
Yeah, so you know the TV beacon, right? It's a device made by Mitch Altman that
I do know
it's
it.
like a key ring, and you press a button and it shuts down all the TVs around you. And one day, it was a long time ago, 2008, I think, quite a long time ago, and I was part of a hackerspace called TMP Lab in the Paris suburbs. And one day we went out for getting some groceries, and we noticed that they installed a system that when you try to steal a shopping cart and you try to cross the border of the parking lot, then your shopping cart cannot move anymore. You try to push and the wheels are locked. And we said, how is this working? And we found out that there is basically a coil, like it's an electromagnet, which is buried around the perimeter of the parking lot, which emits a certain signal. And then there are some electronics inside the wheel of the shopping cart that detects the signal, which is emitted continuously by this antenna around the parking lot. And it's only emitted on a short range, so as soon as only when the wheel is next to this electromagnet, then it picks up the signal and locks the wheel. And we recorded the signal, which is...
How did you record the signal?
It's very simple. You take a little another coil of wire, and then you take an oscilloscope and look at the signal. And when we look at the oscilloscope screen, I had this little battery-powered oscilloscope, very very convenient for this kind of field trip. So we went to the supermarket with this battery-powered oscilloscope and a coil of wire, and then stick it on the magnetic loop antenna and look at the oscilloscope screen. And we noticed actually that this signal is in the audio frequency range, maybe like 5 kilohertz or something like this. And then you say, that's actually quite good, because we can just take a computer sound card to record the signal. And then, because the oscilloscope, it didn't have memory, it was some very crappy device that couldn't record signal. It could show the signal on the screen, but it couldn't record it or anything like this. And they had some pulse-coded modulation thing that was not very easy to decode on the oscilloscope screen, because I could only see a few cycles of the waveform and not the whole pulse sequence. So, but anyway, I say, it's an audio range signal, so we can just, instead of using the oscilloscope, we can use a computer sound card to record the signal. So instead of plugging it into the oscilloscope, I plug it into a microphone port of my laptop and recorded it. And then I'm going to say, how am I going to play this back? Well, you play it back by putting the signal back into a coil, and then you can lock the wheel, right? And then I thought, but actually, the speaker inside my computer already has a coil that can emit a magnetic field, and then I thought, is this magnetic field strong enough to actually make the wheel mechanism lock? And I tried it, so I just played the sound back on my laptop and then put the wheel next to my laptop, and the wheel would lock when the computer was playing the sound, just because of the magnetic field emitted by the speaker inside my laptop. And I said, that's pretty fun, but we can go even one step further. We can actually turn this into a mobile phone ringtone, because mobile phones also have coils of wire there to emit the sound of the speaker inside the mobile phone, and then we transfer the MP3 ringtone into the mobile phone, and then when the mobile phone is ringing, then the wheels which are next to it are locking. So then we went around. We were so fun with this. So we could basically control those wheels using our mobile phones, and we had two MP3 ringtones. Because actually, if you would pull back the cart, then it would unlock, because there was a second antenna that would send the unlock signal. So we recorded both signals, and we had two ringtones. And we could there were MP3 ringtones, and we had two. In MP3 you have this tag that gives the kind of music that is playing. So we had one punk ringtone that would lock, and one pop ringtone that would unlock. And by going then we went on the supermarket on no shopping day, and locked all the carts inside by having a mobile phone ring all at the same time, like, and then all the carts would lock. It was quite fun.
So while consumers were busy pushing these carts around,
you
would walk past them and
then
just hang about. Would you take your mobile phone and like sort of put it near the wheels or something like that?
Well,
it would make you very conspicuous, wouldn't it?
Well, it was a bit conspicuous. We would put the mobile phone in the sock.
Oh, God! So you would just sort of like casually walk up next to a trolley,
yes, and then the mobile phone would ring and the cart would lock.
And then you've got this old lady pushing a trolley cart,
and then the cart doesn't.
And it would just lock, and then she would be pissed off.
Yes.
And then Sebastian would run off.
Well, not just me. I mean, we are like 5 people like going around the supermarket aisles and with our mobile phone in our socks, ringing and looking carts. Yeah. That's consumer be gone. Yeah.
Consumer be gone. Oh, that's the way to do it.